You got 5 whenever you're ready.
Okay. Woo! Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Zoe, CEO and co-founder of Uzio Technology. I'd like you to meet Alex, a local Boulder farmer. Alex uses electric fencing to keep his cattle managed inside his land. However, he spends hours every single morning setting up this fencing, and it's not very reliable. While he's setting it up, he has to walk back and forth to his barn to turn it on and off. Additionally, there's no way of him knowing that it's always working. Sometimes, Alex's fence shorts. When an electric fence shorts, this can result in a loss of an animal, a loss of a friend. At Uzio Technology, we are changing this. Our product is going to give farmers like Alex reliability straight from their phone. We are creating the first communicative electric fence. From Alex's phone, he can turn that fence on and off, so he doesn't have to keep walking back to his barn. He can see the battery life, so he knows if his battery is going to die and he needs to replace it before he goes off and does another task. And he can read the voltage. This helps him maintain his fence better and something. He can also receive, most importantly, push notifications. In the case of when his bull disappeared, he would have gotten a notification immediately, letting him know that his fence was down. This gives him time to rush straight to his farm or call his neighbor to fix his fence. And it doesn't just have to be through a push notification. He can also receive text messages. With one simple notification, he could potentially save the life of his $5,000 bull of his companion. Alex isn't alone in this market. In fact, in Colorado, there are 15,000 livestock farmers that are already using this type of electric fencing. This results in a total addressable beachhead market in Colorado alone of $30 million. And we, through our customer development, know that people want our product. After talking with just a few farms in Boulder, Colorado, we are seeing incredible feedback. And we have the team to make sure that our product is widely received and something. With a former business student, Gina Marie, myself, an engineering student, and a local farmer. Together, we can change the future of farming. Thank you.
It was about 3:15, so I'll go to my kind of holstered question for everybody. What are you left wondering? What's still on your mind? What don't you know?
I didn't know so much about the actual product, like physically how it worked. I saw the like app stuff, but like physical.
You had a great slide at House of Genius where there's a cow and a ground short, and it was kind of a visual description of the product. I agree. That's something where I'm kind of like, okay, got a story about Alex. I know about the bull. I kind of see how things are working, but the actual physical product is still a mystery. So, Jordan, your head was nodding too. Was there something more?
Yeah, and you'll probably talk about this, but there's a lot of words. There's some slides that had a lot of sentences on it.
I think that the text message thing was cool to a degree, but then as well it was also very distracting because like you put it up there, but you weren't like reading it for us to know, but because it was up there, I wanted to see what it said. So you were talking about something else while I was also trying to read that to figure out how it tied into what you were saying, and just because it's up there, so automatically my brain's like, ooh, what's that say? But so it kind of like completely cut you out, like when you were reading it, I don't even remember what you said.
Are they impactful if I read them, or
No.
should they? Okay.
And there's no reason why you need separate slides for push notifications and text messages.
Okay.
And just say, depending on the farmer's preference, they can receive updates via push notification or text message.
Okay.
Like, boom, move on. It's a It's a great feature, but it's a feature,
Okay.
right?
Aaron and then Avery.
I thought you sounded really strong, which I liked. The one thing I would say, and this is maybe really nitpicky, is if you're going to go between comps, you should have either all of your comps inside of the phone or not all of them inside of the phone, because
Okay.
you switch back and forth,
Gotcha.
which is a little jarring.
Okay.
Just
Cool.
Gene?
Just progress slide. We have one of those, but we don't have one of those.
You're thinking progress to date?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on progress slides?
If you have real progress to show, like we have 10 farmers who have agreed to pay to pilot our technology at their farm, that's legit. You should absolutely include that. If it's like we've done 40 customer development interviews, like no. Talking to people alone is not progress on the business.
Also, I think I would add that, and this could just be me currently being spacey, but I don't know specifically, like I can't tell you is what you're selling to me a feature that I put into and integrate in with the current electrical fences, or if you're creating a brand new fence that has this feature built in for
Okay.
you. So like with that, like I would personally want to see either like maybe whether it's a prototype or just explaining more.
Show us
No,
the status quo.
That's great.
Show us that,
Thank you.
right?
Yeah.
This is the most recent technological wave
Yeah.
that livestock farmers have to deal with.
And then
It's
telling
barbed
me
wire
what
and
yours
iron
is.
stakes.
Yeah. And then telling me what yours is and how it's different. 'Cause
Okay.
like I said, I honestly can't tell you, even throughout like hearing everything, just based off of that, I can't for sure say, okay, are they making a fence? Or are
Yeah.
they making something that connects to a fence?
Totally.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
that's
like
great.
that's where I would definitely put something in there that's like,
Okay.
boom, this is what we are. Otherwise, I'm gonna be like, yeah, well, okay, I'm hearing her, but I'm so confused, so I'm trying to figure it out while you're talking.
Yeah.
And then it just like completely clouds everything.
Okay.
Yeah. Show the as-is state, and alongside that, what are those second-order effects, right? A storm happens, the fence shorts or goes down, farmer has no idea until morning, right? Like build up, bring us more into the problem rather than like the emotion of a farmer finding a dead bull, right? And when you're talking about that, like this is a dollars and cents business, right? That's a loss of investment, right? $5,000 for that one bull.
The use of the word companion
Yeah,
doesn't work.
does not work.
I mean, I understand they value the animal, and while it's dollars and cents, they may, really care about the health and well-being until they harvest.
I was gonna say, honestly, and this is probably just because I'm vegan, like when you said that, I was like, like to me, it's mixed messaging for me to say like, it was awesome to see that the farmer cared about it, and then also at the same time, I'm like, well, wait, it brings up that kind of, for me, it brought up a negative emotion, like what we talked about. So I would, yeah, like, for your benefit, not that I would want to see it personally, but for your benefit, I agree with Kyle. I would stick to more so maybe that like money down, because if you throw in some like I'm connecting with this
Yeah.
bull because it's dead, you completely switch gears. Now I feel bad for the bull. Now I don't even want to buy your fence.
But-
You know what I mean? Like,
Go back to your first slide for me. Yep, next slide. Right? $5,000, $5,000, $5,000, $5,000. And they're protecting them with a $20 piece of barbed wire.
Yeah, that's, does Alex exist? Or was that a construction on your part?
Change the name.
Okay. Does
Is
that
on
text
the
exchange
board.
actually exist?
Yeah.
Okay. So this picture, I don't know if this is Alex or not.
Fake
While-
picture.
While good, I think to Kyle's point, it would be nicer to get a picture that conveys the value of the livestock. And then, maybe a better picture, because I think you have the fence maybe in the foreground, maybe that shadow, I can't tell.
Yeah.
To then kind of tick that and be like,
Okay.
$20 worth of twisted wire. Think of the things that you protect. They're worth, tens of thousands of dollars in investment. $20 enough.
Yeah.
We at Uzio Technology think there's about right.
Yeah.
And you got people going,
Cool.
never thought about it like that.
When you show that big disconnect of like there's this hugely valuable thing that we're protecting with string and spit and hope. Like that starts really reinforcing there's this huge disconnect. I think one of the other slides that is missing is what's the cost? And I know you're all still figuring that out, but like, are you offering your product at close to comparable cost for them? And you even have some, like, your stat of that they have to replace a busted fence on average every year and a half. That's super powerful and it's buried as a subtext for your market size. Drill home on that. Like, they're currently spending $600 every year and a half because their fences suck and they break all the time and they don't protect their livestock.
I think that would be better in place than like just talking about the beachhead market, like how big that market is, like.
Yeah.
And, all right, so I like that there's 15,000 farmers in Colorado alone, and that's a $30 million market. The next step that you didn't have in there is, now how big is it across the rest of the country? Right, in our backyard, there's 15,000 farmers and a $30 million market. And when we look outside of Colorado, those numbers, grow exponentially, right? This is potentially a $1 billion market in the US alone. And we are virtually non-agrarian society anymore.
Kim Drennan did this with HiveTech. She knew the states where the most bees and beehives were actually transported between state lines for pollinating. So she knew where she was going next.
I did that. I printed out where all the livestock are.
So again, for a lot of you, you've got a lot of what you need. This first outing is going to be bumpy. It's going to be a little rough. That's where we just want to start throwing into stuff that really matters. Go back to that slide with the beachhead market. Minor points for you guys, and I did think that was pretty clean as you walk through, the slide stuff and everything else. But I agree, if you've got words, we're reading them and not listening to you. When you show a number like this, my mind immediately goes to figuring out, okay, there's 2 commas, that means it's this much. Just call it $30 million in words, or
Okay.
Yep.
30 and then.
Yeah, like you've got 20 million down there.
Oh, yeah. That's
But the other thing too is when you have this much data underneath it, there are people who are analytically oriented and they're going to be trying to
Yep.
read that stuff.
Okay.
And if this is something that's important, say it. If it's important enough to say and you want to show it, illustrate it, or graphically illustrate that. Putting words up there means that people are squinting
Yep.
and they're trying to like catch you out on something that doesn't add up.
Right.
Literally just get rid of those things
Yeah.
under 30 million.
I'll just put them in.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can rattle that off. Colorado alone has 15,000, equating with 30 million addressable market in this state alone. Looking at the rest of the United States, we're going to target boom, 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 boom. There's a way to word it.
Yeah, and I'd love to see how much you're gonna save the farmers too, in potential losses.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think that would be a really great hard-hitting statistic number just to throw up on there and say, that, like he said, this is what the total addressable market is, like in general, you can talk about Colorado and the rest of the state and then say, this is what they're spending, this is how much we're gonna save them.
One thing that occurs to me, do farmers get insurance plans for their livestock?
I don't know.
Look
Yeah.
into it,
Google that, yeah.
and then look into if those insurance plans would be open to giving discounted rates if farmers are using Uzio Tech.
That's a big one right there.
Brilliant, yeah.
Yeah. We're at time on that. We can keep going a little bit, but whatever's helpful for you at this point, or if anybody else has feedback. Gina Marie, is there anything else you wanted to ask about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody in the audience is going to know that there's 15,000 livestock farmers in Colorado, right? And that's a nice big chunk of a market, but to really drive it home is, show the here and now, and then show just how big this opportunity is.
Thanks, Zoe.